Good morning to one and all, ma. Today we were discussing the topic in third unit, that is nothing but the last topic in third unit, that is nothing but select ideas from ideation methods. What, ma? If you have to select ideas from ideation methods, which methods if you have to follow, and then if you have to select those ideas in that ideation methods, what I'm meant to say today in the sense, what are the ways to decide which ideas to implement, what are the ways to decide which ideas to implement. First, coming to the point of view of select ideas from ideation methods, in the sense, once the ideation session is complete, the ideas must be collected and categorized, and we have refined, narrowed down. So what I am saying in the sense, once the ideation session is completed, the ideas must be collected and categorized, so that the team can select, the best solution and ideas and strategies from a short list. Okay, what they can do once the ideation session is completed, the ideas must be collected and categorized, so that the team can select the best, what is the best solution of that, and ideas and strategies. They are form as like a short list. Okay, so these are the methods can help to select the best idea at the end of the ideation session. What I mean to say, these are the methods can help to select the best idea at the end of an ideation session. So now we are looking at the select ideas from ideation method. Listen carefully. Successful brainstorming and ideation activities often result in a large number of new ideas. Okay, yes, exactly correct. If we have to think some list of ideas at our mindset, we are getting some ideation activities result in a very huge number of new ideas, but only a few can practically be implemented. Yes, exactly. Some members get in some new some list of ideas. We are developing one product, we are getting some new ideas at our mindset, but only a few people can practically be implemented, not at all. In our previous blog post, on the 5 stages of design thinking process, already we had about the name process of design thinking in first unit. In second unit we had about the name process of design thinking. In our previous classes, so we listen in second unit the process of design thinking, the 5 stages. What does it exactly, in the sense, we discussed previous classes, what does at the first stage it should be a emphasize in the sense, emphasize in the sense, whatever the problem statement, if we have to understand, we want to observing what you are doing. Okay, learn about the user audience perspective point of view. If we have to understand what is the problem statement, that is nothing but emphasize. And coming to the define, later we have to define the problem statement. This is the problem statement. You can follow these methods for defining the problem. And then if we have to ideate in the sense, if you have to think some creative problem solving approach, you are getting some new ideas about the product development, or whatever it may be, product planning, getting some ideate assumptions, ideate challenges about the particular product development. And coming to the fourth one, prototype. What do you have to say the prototype process? We want to test the solution, in the sense, build your representation on your ideas, build your representation on your ideas to the particular customers or vendors, whatever they need or whatever the customer decides. Okay, and finally what we have to say, implement the product. And then finally, if we have to test the phase, to make test via the concept of what it is, and then if we have to deliver to the customer. Okay, this is the process of 5 stages of design thinking process exactly. What is design thinking exactly? Design thinking design thinking is a formal method for practically creating solutions for a problem solving approach. Okay, the best example the design thinking is should be hospitals. If you know, now today today's present situation, our hospitals, the virus will be very famous. The virus is nothing but coronavirus. In that virus, the hospital has been using design thinking principles. What the hospital has been using now, design thinking principles. In the sense, design thinking principles, first of all, the patient need a room. At the time, the hospital has been used to design the patient rooms, and also they are designed for the emergency wards also. Even whatever the patient needs, the customer needs or desires, if we have to design like in a sequence manner what they need, and then if you have to define the problem statement, later you have to ideate what if you have to do that thing. Like that manner, if we have to design is nothing but a plan or a specification or whatever. If we have to do some house planning, we have to construction of an object. Okay, it is nothing but a design thinking exactly. And this is the main key concept of 5 stages of design thinking process. We discuss the importance. What we have to discuss now, the ideation sessions, in the sense, if in ideation methods can help to select the best ideas at the end of the ideation session. Okay, we discuss the importance of ideation techniques. What are the important, what are the essential key points of ideation techniques, and how to achieve the productive results. Okay, how we can achieve means of how we get the goal of productive results, such as this. Now we can see what are these. Okay, the first one is nothing but guide brainstorming. What you can say, ma? Guide brainstorming. Already I said you what is brainstorming. List of the new ideas and creating solutions for the particular problem solving approach. You can able to think first. Okay, that is nothing but brainstorming. First of all, if you have to guide brainstorming is nothing but what our motto. In the sense, I have written these points, listen carefully. Communication is always critical within a business purposes. Yes, within a business organizations, communication is always critical, and it is no different. There is no different, ma. During at the time of since past years, the brainstorming session is there. First of all, you need to guide a brainstorming before it starts by outlining the kind of ideas. What are the ideas you have to get? You are outlining the kind of ideas that you are looking for. Some list of ideas you get. That ideas, if you have to start from product development, you are looking for that ideas. Okay, if you have to gather those, I gather the information of those ideas. Doing this well help everyone focus on that relevant ideas. Therefore, narrowing down your ideas, pull from the start. Okay, this is the main key concept of a guide a brainstorming. And coming to the second one, that is nothing but create an evaluation criteria. What if you have to evaluate? If you have to refine and evaluate the product development, what if we have to evaluate? First of all, post it voting. In the sense, if you have to voting on that idea is very good. Yes, I am voting that idea. Yes, exactly correct. If you have to voting on that particular ideas reveals the most popular choices. These are the most popularly used ones, but this does not always directly relate to the most beneficial or a creative choice. So furthermore, there is not an overall best idea. Most likely there are multiple ideas. that are beneficial for your company or an organization or an institution in a very different ways. Yes, if we have to evaluate one criteria, if we have to choose the most beneficial ideas, furthermore not an overall best idea. So most probably there are multiple ideas, but we choose the beneficial idea for your company needs or your an organization needs. And then if we have to create a and then if we have to create an evaluation criteria. And coming to the third one is nothing but choose uniquely familiar ideas. Yes, unique in the sense unique, same familiar, same say familiar in the sense very similar ideas are getting from those peoples. But if we have to add some better and best ideas getting from those who are developing the product, we are getting some most beneficial ideas also from our mindsets. Uniquely familiar sounds like an odd way to describe something, but successful ideas have both unique and familiar attributes. What I mean to say in the sense, we have to choose uniquely familiar ideas. Yes, uniquely familiar sounds like an odd way to describe something new, but successful ideas have both unique and as well as familiar attributes. And coming to the fourth one, be excited for the work. If we have to do the some work, if we have to be excited in the sense, if we have to choose an idea that makes you excited way for the work ahead, and not just the finished results. Listen carefully. If you have to choose an idea that makes you excited one for the better work to develop the product, and not just face the finished results. So coming to the fifth one, if we have to able to explain what is what, be able to think. If you want to explain, choose an idea that you can easily explain to others. Listen carefully. If you have to choose one idea that you can easily explain to others in a simple way, in a simple proper way, if you have to explain that to others, if this is not the case with your idea, then there is no need to abandon it. Okay, what I am saying, listen carefully. If you have to choose one idea that you can easily explain to the other peoples in a simple and proper way, but if this is not a case with your idea, then there is no need to abandon it. Okay, and coming to the sixth one, that is nothing but we have to use the affinity diagram method. Yes, so many members are getting some new ideas, but there are some members are represented as like a diagrammatic method also. If that method also, if you can understand in a proper way or in a simple way, like if you take some affinity diagrams cluster, it is similar to the ideas together. What I mean to say, no, affinity diagrams cluster, it is very similar to the ideas getting together and map out connections between them. What now I can say, affinity diagrams a cluster, it is very similar to the ideas getting together and map out connections between them. By using this method, it can very helpful to reveal the pattern or whatever it may be themes that are very helpful in the decision making process, that are very helpful to us. And coming to the seventh one, that is nothing but use the 4 categories method. We are using some 4 categories from the ideation method. Select ideas from the ideation methods. We are use the 4 categories method. Divides ideas, we are dividing the ideas based on their relative abstractness. Based on the relative abstractness, in the sense we are producing a range of choices relative choices, producing a range of relative choices from the most rational to the most daring. Okay, so the four categories are most rational, most delightful, the last one, the daring one, and the long, a short. Okay, these are four categories are most useful for from the ideation methods. Rational, most delightful, the most daring, and the long short. Okay, we are following the best practices in post voting also, and we are using the four categories method here. The four categories, or the first one is rational choice. In the sense, the most likely to delight the darling and the long short members, then decide upon one or two ideas for each of these categories. So this method ensures that the team covers all grounds, from the most practical to those ideas with the most potential one to deliver the innovative solutions. Okay, like bingo selection, affinity diagram, and then you are posting it voting, unlike something, some of the four categories. Now wow, how matrix will be there. These are the representation of four categories methods. So we want to divide the ideas based on their relative abstractness. We are producing a range of choices from the most rational one, and then most delightful, and the darling, and the long shot. Okay, this is the concept of select ideas from the ideation methods. మనం ఐడియాస్ని సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకోవాలంటే ఐడియేషన్ మెథడ్స్ దగ్గర నుండి ఎలా అంటే ఒక్కొక్కరికి ఒక్కొక్క టెక్నిక్ ఉంటుంది. మనం ఈ ఐడియేషన్ మెథడ్స్ని ఒక 6 హ్యాట్ టెక్నిక్స్ బేస్డ్ కూడా మనం ఐడియేషన్ టెక్నిక్స్ని చూస్ అనేది చేసుకోవచ్చు. ఓకేనా, దిస్ ఈస్ ద కాన్సెప్ట్ ఆఫ్ అవర్ select ideas from ideation methods. These are the ways to decide how we want to select the ideas. These are the ways to decide, select the ideas from the ideation methods or sessions. Okay amma, this is the last topic of a third unit. Regarding any doubts in third unit, can you please contact to me. Thank you ma.